Okay, so let's come down to lie on your back. We are going to start by just hugging your knees in towards your chest and see how the lower back feels here. So you might feel tight, the hips might feel tight. You can always gently rock side to side and just release any tension. But we'll just hold it here for a few moments. Again, we'll see if anybody else is hopping on this morning within these first few minutes. And just simply pay attention. Check in with how the body feels and be aware of any tightness or tension in any areas as we go through these 10 minutes of yoga release. So let's take 2 deep breaths in and out. Just breathing in and then releasing and relaxing, settling into the mat. And then again, we'll take a deep breath in and just releasing and relaxing. Every exhale, try and relax and release the muscles a little bit more. So let's take hold of your right knee and extend your left leg out and along the floor. And just allow the leg to relax. Now if that extended leg feels a bit too strong, feels a bit too tight to have it extended, have a slight bend into your knee. If not, extend the leg out along the floor and gently hug that right knee in, even moving it slightly out towards your shoulder if that feels good. So really opening out the hip flexors. It's a really nice one for your lower back as well. And feel free to add any movement or tweaks into each posture. So don't feel stuck to where you've moved into. Always tweak and adjust if you need to. Again, let's take a few deep breaths in and out. You can always close your eyes and just check in with the body, seeing how everything feels. And then when you are ready, let's switch those sides over. So hugging your left leg and extending your right leg out and along the floor. So again, if it feels a bit too tight, have a slight bend into the knee. We are first thing in the morning, so those muscles are just waking up, the joints are just waking up, so just be gentle, try not to force anything, and just breathe into all those postures. So using your exhale just to soften and release. Again, let's take a couple of breaths on this side, paying attention to how different it feels on one side compared to the other. Both knees back in towards your chest. Move the knees out towards your shoulders so you can reach between the knees for the shins or the ankles. And again, just try and relax here. Try and allow the lower back to relax into the mat. The knees moving out towards the shoulders. Try not to force or push anything. Just relax. Breathe into the positions. Relax the shoulders and breathe. Up to seated. That doesn't feel good, then just gradually bring yourself up, and we'll have those legs extended out in front of you. So pull the toes towards the shins and inch those heels slightly out. Lift any extra flesh up and out away from you and ground through the tailbone so you can lengthen up through the body. Let's move into our forward fold. So take a deep breath in, reaching as much as you can, and then imagine someone is pulling on your fingertips. Lead with your chest and your heart towards the legs, and then just relax those arms down wherever they get to. So it might be higher up onto the thighs or the shins, or you might be reaching further towards the feet. Try not to cave in too much. Focus on the length through the upper body, and then leading with your ribs and your chest to ease yourself in a tiny bit further. And let's take a few deep breaths, just breathing into your hamstrings. So every exhale, you might be able to release just a tiny bit further as you feel some extra space opening up in the body. And then gradually ease yourself up to that seated position. From here, we'll just do one spinal rotation for the back. So bend your right knee. And you can always take hold of that knee if you want to. Find some length as you breathe in, and then twist in towards your right knee. So your left hand is just lightly onto that right leg, and your right hand is behind you as you rotate to look over your right shoulder. Inhale, find the length, and then exhale to rotate. Gradually ease yourself out to switch sides. So again, find your length, bring that left knee in this time, maybe give it a bit of a hug, and then the right hand goes onto that left leg as you rotate. Lengthen and lift, and look over your shoulder. Gradually ease yourself out. Take your time. From this position, we're going to move into a pretzel position with those legs. So both your knees are over to one side and both your feet are over to one side. So you're creating a zigzag position with your legs. From there, you're going to rotate your upper body to place your hands either side of the knee, and you're going to start to walk yourself over so your chest is pretty much on top of that leg and on top of the thigh. And you're just going to where it feels comfortable. You might be higher up, you might be all the way down, and maybe releasing the forehead onto your hands. You'll probably feel the right hip and the glute really working and stretching. So just breathe and relax into it as much as you can. Ease yourself out, ready to switch sides. So simply bring both legs round, and again set yourself up into that zigzag pretzel position. So your knees are over kind of to one side, your feet are over to the other side. Try and ground yourself as much as you can. Rotate, place both hands down. Oh, I've got the sunshine in my face. Both hands down either side of the knee, so then you can take that chest over and along in alignment with that knee. So walking your hands out. And again, each side might be different. So on this side, you might be higher up, or you might be able to go down and place your forehead onto your hands. It doesn't matter where you are at, so don't try and force anything. Just relax and release to where you can. soles of your feet together and the knees out to the side. We're going to finish in this position. So feel free to stay here for longer, leaning forwards with the chest so you can slightly go a little bit further into that posture.